But explain your excitement heading into this WrestleMania because you're champion. This is clearly a dream to be on the biggest card of the Super Bowl of wrestling. And here you are fighting, you might brought up Trish, like the Golden Goose, and you have
Yeah.
Lita, I guess the second Golden Goose.
Yes,
And yet
yes,
there you are, and you're beating both of them.
yes, yes. Honestly, um, during that time, that wasn't really on my mind. It was just about being there for the moment and just going out there and just putting on, a top notch match. It wasn't even about me winning or losing. It was just
Hmm.
about me being a little black girl from Memphis, Tennessee, and Mississippi, and being here on this grandstand stage. It's like it the heck with winning or losing, but thank God, yes, I made history that night. I became the first, African American woman to go out as champion and still retain my title during a WrestleMania. So
It's
yeah,
historic.
and,
Historic.
and, and what it is because they never made it a big ordeal. So I didn't think it was, like now it's like, oh, the first this and the first that, and but then no, it wasn't brought up at all. I
Mm-hmm.
still don't think they talk about me being the first African American, to go out at a mania and retain the title. I was the first. I was the last WWF Women's Champion, the first WWE Women's Champion.
Yep.
Like
Yeah.
none of that is really talked about.
Why do you
So
feel like that though? Why do you like the WrestleMania 18 one? That's a huge, huge historic moment. Like
yeah,
I would
yes,
like put that on a banner somewhere if that happened in
yeah.
my company. So why do you feel like that is not talked about?
I don't know. During that time, it just wasn't what It just wasn't a thing that they were doing at the time.
Hmm.
I don't know if because all this Me Too and Speak Out stuff come about here in the last few years. I don't know what made the change, but I'm glad it did. But yeah, but on the back end of it, yeah, it's kind of just left me, dangling.
Right,
It's
because
like you forgot about what I did.
right, because you go back a few years ago, Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair main evented a WrestleMania, and that
Yeah,
was historic alone. Two
yes,
black
sir.
women main eventing a WrestleMania, fighting for a championship. But you know what? I'd have to probably go back and watch it. I wonder if on commentary someone slipped in that you were champion and you came in and defended your championship at 18, because that to me is like a nice factoid to drop down on someone, especially, maybe it's a sentence, but at least they said it. But I don't know if they did, and it's shocking to think that they have in today's world haven't brought that up.
Right, right, right. Exactly. I don't know why.
Hmm.
If someone can find out and give me the answer, I would love to know I would love to have the answer.
Yeah, that would
Make
be.
me make me understand.
Yeah, and you did make a good point too a second ago, because you, when the WWF had to change its name to WWE, you were women's champion. So technically, you are the last WWF women's champion, and technically the first WWE champion. And maybe they don't want to bring that up because the Panda Bears might try to sue them again, but maybe. Maybe, but that campaign of "Get the F out" was hilarious to me
Yes.
as a child. They're like,
Mhm.
"This is hilarious! They're saying the
Yeah.
F
Yeah.
word, but they're not actually saying the F word."
Well, you don't have to even bring up the F. Just have the first WWE Women's Champion.
That's
Yeah, I'll
true.
take that.
Yeah, I agree.
I'll take that.
I've talked to many people, including like Victoria, in Candice Michelle, other talents like that, who
Mhm.
I'm like, why haven't you been invited back? Like, why? You see, again, the Trish and the Litas, nothing against them, they were great. But what about the rest of the people who made them look great? You, Victoria, again, I brought up Candice Michelle. Like, they brought back Stacy Keibler out of nowhere, and she's been around years. Nothing against Stacy Keibler. But yet there
Yeah.
are people who have not been brought back who have earned the right to be brought back and a spotlight put on them, including yourself. So it's
Yeah.
shocking to think, like, when they have these anniversary shows, 25th anniversaries or 30th, have you ever been called to be invited?
No. Nope. No, not at all.
Interesting. Now, why do you, is there a reason? Like, is there something that we don't know that something happened?
I don't know. I mean, they may have their reasons, but here's my take. No matter what I've done, it's still not worse than what others have done and been able to come back. So to me, it's like whatever I did is a pat on the freaking hand compared to what others have done, but yet still been able to come back and be a part of the company. So
Yeah. Yeah, the things I've seen the Ultimate Warrior say on online and then brought back, and unfortunately he passed away. But the things I saw he say, you're like, ah, God,
Right,
man.
right.
Oh my
What's the
God.
other one? The one who used to do commentary back in the 80s. He was governor. What was his
Oh,
name?
Jesse the Body Ventura.
Another one. He sued him how many times? It's like,
Yeah.
hey, but
He won a lot of money too because they were selling those VHS tapes. Again, VHS tapes, bringing them back up. He sued them because they were selling them but not giving him royalties for his voice being on all the cards.
yeah, so he sued, got paid and everything, but hey, he was brought back.
I
So
know.
what am
That's
I?
that's a
Just
good
a little
point.
black woman that you're gonna try to make irrelevant. I don't know.
Man, and it's crazy to think that. I always wonder why some people are brought back and some people aren't brought back. Obviously everyone
Yeah.
has their reasons or conversations. Maybe you don't have any cheerleaders left in the company and other people are like, oh, let's bring this person back. I'm friends with them still. I don't know. I don't work there. All I know is I've talked to a lot of women's wrestlers. It's not usually the men's problem. It's usually the men who get this weird, the women who get this weird, like, I've been brought back.
Yeah, we
Why?
always get pushed to the side. But
Very
men, yeah,
well. You're not forgotten in my heart, at least. So we'll
thank
we'll,
you.
we'll keep we'll keep moving forward because I know people haven't never forgotten about you. The fans and the people who actually
Yeah,
like are deep in the weeds, reading the books and looking up the historical things. They see your name there attached to a lot of
yeah.
things. So
And
well,
that's what I say. You can't erase history.
right.
So
Some try, but
my name is gonna be brought up for years to come.
of course,
So
yes, 100%.